All right, so we want to solve this inequality now, right? X cubed minus 3x squared minus 10x is greater than or equal to 0, right? So first thing we notice here, it's not an equal 0, right? Okay, so we're not going to solve an equation, right? We're solving this inequality. Now, it's a polynomial inequality, though, okay? It's a little bit easier to solve it by graphing it first, okay? Now, make sure you understand what this means, right? Greater than 0 means anything above the x-axis, okay? So we want to give the answer as the part of the graph that is above the x-axis, okay? So first thing we should do then is just go ahead and graph this guy, right? So it's a third degree polynomial, right? So we know what the end behavior should look like. But how are we going to find the x-intercepts, right? Well, we'll just factor. Okay, so first thing we should do is we'll factor out the x. So we get x cubed, x squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay, and then we should be able to factor this, right? This is a quadratic equation, which is x minus 5 times x plus 2. Now, technically, we should put this, right? But essentially what we're doing is we're finding the x-intercepts. We're going to use the graph to answer this inequality, right? So let's think about this. Where are our x-intercepts here, right? There's going to be 3 of them. There's going to be one at x equals 0, one at x minus 5 equals 0, and one at x plus 2 equals 0. So we'll just go ahead and solve these, right? If x minus 5 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 5. If x plus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to negative 2. This is a third degree polynomial. Okay, it's an odd polynomial. You notice that it's not negative, right? It's a positive third degree polynomial. So we're going to go down to the left and up and to the right. Okay, and let's just plot our x-intercepts here. Okay, so what do we notice here that we have in this case, right? We have x-intercept at negative 2, at 0, and at 5. You notice these are all odd multiplicities, right? So what's the graph going to do? The graph is going to go through the x-axis at negative 2. It's going to turn around at 0. It's going to go through again. It's going to turn around and go through at 5, and the end behavior matches, right? Because we end up over here. Now you got to be careful with this, though, right? Remember, this is not the final answer, right? This is an inequality. So the question here is greater than or equal to 0, right? Think about what that means. Okay, we're looking for the y values that are greater than or equal to 0, which means what part of the graph is above the x-axis. Okay? So looking at this, what part of the graph is above the x-axis? We should be able to tell, right? It's everything from negative 2 to 0. And we want to use brackets here, right? Not parentheses, because it's greater than or equal to. So which part of the graph is greater than 0? Everything from negative 2 to 0. Union with everything from 5 to infinity, right? And this is going to be the final answer here, right? These are the intervals. These are the x values, right? These are the x values where the y values are greater than or equal to 0, right? Above the x-axis.